There's a lot of videos that I could do on this. You know, the things that we decide, the decisions we make, the choices we make have good or bad outcomes. You can choose not to follow Heavenly Father's commandments and pursue truth and do good and right things, and you can curse that will curse your family for many, many generations. But one place where I made a good decision was with Tucker. Tucker was a wonderful young man, and he was a three-time state champion wrestler. But more importantly than that is he was a wonderful, wonderful young man. Well, I heard of him, and I had seen him wrestle, I think, a little bit, I just heard mostly about him, just wrestling. But I saw him over at High one day, and he was sitting over on the bench, the gymnasium, the bleachers. And he was just kind of sitting there like this by himself. And I walked over to Tucker, because I heard he was a good young man. John told me he was a good guy. His son, Johnson, told me he was a good guy. I walked over to Tucker. I says, "Hey, Tucker, what you doing, man? You're a good wrestler? I heard you're a good wrestler." Yeah. I says, "Hey, if you're ever looking for a job, give me a call. I'm interested. I'm hiring some people to work right now for my roofing company." He's like, "Oh, really?" He says, "I'd like to help." I'm like, "Okay, well, I'll start you." I think I started him at $6 or $7 an hour. I can't remember. But Tucker came and taught me tons and tons of things, and especially about wrestling and mat time. But this story is designed to say this. I gave Tucker a chance. I gave him one of his first jobs coming out of high school. He roofed for me. He did lots of things for me. Tucker was a wonderful young man. What was cool about Tucker's situation, though, is he worked for me for, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I can't remember. It was quite a few years, over several years he worked for me on and off. But he also did window cleaning for for his brother up in Logan. Well, anyway, Tucker, he would go to school in Logan. He'd work for me in the summers, different things like that. We always talked about wrestling and mat time, and developing skills, and wrestling is an art. It's an art form, and it's wonderful to be dominating and develop your skills so you can handle anybody in wrestling. Well, anyway, we had a great time working together. But he did windows for his brother up in Logan. So anyway, my son worked with me with roofing down here, but then he moved to Logan to go up there and go to school at Logan up at Utah State University. Anyway, when he was up there, I called Tucker. I says, "Hey, do you think you could get my son Brandon a job with your brother up there in Logan?" He goes, "Yeah, I'll try to do that." So anyway, Brandon got on working with this young man, with Tucker's brother. I don't remember his name, but anyway, he started work. I think it might have been Aaron, but I'm not sure. Anyway, he started working with Tucker's brother in Logan. Well, eventually, Brandon bought Tucker and his brother's business, and he bought that. I think he bought it for $7,000, and he made good money with the purchase. But anyway, he bought that business. He eventually hired my son Sean to go up there and work. Now Sean went up before his mission work, didn't like it, doing window cleaning. He didn't like working, in that setting. But anyway, eventually he went back up after his mission, started working in Logan again on the windows with window cleaning up in Logan, and got really good at window cleaning. Well, then he came down here and started working down here in Ogden window cleaning, and McKay, my son, also started working windows just before when his mission came back. Started working with Sean after his mission, and they were when this year. So, but they've got a really nice window cleaning business going now, which is really cool because it all started back at this particular time. It started back. They are financially successful today because of a decision that I made to walk across the gym floor and talk to Tucker and offer him a job and say, "Tucker, I need some roofers. Would you like to roof for me?" Tucker said yes, and this is what happened. Tucker worked for me, helped get my son a job. My son bought their business. My other sons learned from that business, and now they're in business for themselves because we were blessed, because I blessed that young man by giving him a job. He helped me, I helped him, and he's helping me again by helping my sons. So it just goes to show, when you make good decisions, good things come about. If you make poor decisions, it can cause lots of problems, and it's just really important. The better the decisions you make, the better life and the easier life will be.